Hey guys, so a few of you have been asking about our route of our traverse across Iceland from north to south, so I thought on a map I would show you our proposed route. So on day one we started up here. I'm not going to pretend to know how to pronounce things, but this was Hofvarntangi Lighthouse on the most northern tip of Iceland. How do you say it?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know which one you're
I'm gonna butcher all these names. So we started up here and we decided to stay along the coast, and so we walked about just a little north here of this town Kopasker and camped at a little lake. And then on our second day we made it about another 30 kilometers ish down to somewhere on the water here and camped out right on the water with a little waterfall. It was quite pretty. And then on our third day, we made it down to Aspirgi or Horseshoe Canyon and camped at the northern part of this park here. And then on day four, we're on day four now, right? Day four, we made it through this whole park, which was a long day, but very pretty. I think that was about 33 kilometers. And we camped that night at Dedifoss. We actually didn't have any water at Dedifoss campground that night, which made our bushwhack of route finding the next day a little dry, because the next day we jetted out from here. If you just zoom out a little bit, we came across from Dedifoss down to Iceland and just kind of headed southwest in that direction, and spent a few hours trying to look for water. We made it about halfway to Iceland after our shenanigans with water and camped in a high alpine meadow, and then woke up early and did about 22 kilometers into Iceland that day, where we've been since. So we've been doing some traveling in the area. So on our first day off, we came down from Iceland. We went up here, rented a car, came down the F Road 26 here, and came down all the way to this hut down here, which is called Niandalar, which is our should take us about 6 more days to get there from Iceland. So we did a food drop for ourselves, so we'd have to carry just 6 days instead of 12. So dropped our food off there, spent the night, drove back up, came back to Iceland. The next day we did some sightseeing on the east side of the island. We went to this town here, which I will not, here, let's see, Igilastidar, I don't know. And then came down here as well, which was very pretty. We've been getting nothing but rain for the last 2 days, so it's been a good 2 days to be off trail. But we start back out tomorrow morning from Iceland, and the plan is to camp as close as we can to our last water source, which should be right about here at the shelter called Botany. So as you can see the water there, it is very dry from Botany for about 2 days. So we're going to make our way down one of these F roads, F910, which is closed to cars because it's pretty wet and grimy and not really that much of a road. So it should be pretty quiet for us. We're going to make our way down to this volcano Askja and come out on the west side of it. And then the plan is to continue further south down and walk parallel along this glacier, heading west. However, depending on how much rain we get, if we get 3 days of rain on our way down, we might actually cut up just a little bit further north and come west just a little bit higher to keep away from this glacier runoff, because with a few days of rain, these could change from pretty chill river crossings to significant ones. So we're going to be strapped for water from Botany Hut to about here, which is 2 full days. So we're going to be carrying about 6-7 liters each, which works out to about 14 additional pounds each. So and we've got full food bags. So this is going to be interesting. After we make it to this area and finally hook back up with water, we will be following this little trail just in between these 2 glaciers here to put us back at the Niandalar hut. This is supposed to be higher elevation and quite pretty. Apparently there's a bit of a snowfield to cross. Anything else about that area, you think? No? And then from there, that will have taken us 6 days. Our next 6-day section starts from the Niandalar hut down to Lammenlauer, If I can find it here. Zoom out for a sec. Let's see, where's Lammerlauer? Lammerlauer, here. So 6 days from here to here, we follow essentially parallel to this F road 26, just kind of right alongside of it in that general kind of southwest-ish direction. Once we get to Lammerlauer, it's supposed to be very pretty, and there's going to be a lot of trails. So we're pretty much going to be able to just hop trail networks that generally lead in the direction of south. And then eventually we will pop back out on the coast, and we'll make our way down to Drawley, which has got a beach, which has that famous abandoned old plane wreck on the beach. That's the most southern tip of Iceland. And then from there we'll hitchhike to Vik, possibly spend the night, and then make our way back hitchhiking all the way back to Reykjavik. So that's our route. It's Reykjavik is this way. Sorry. That's our route. This Lammerlauer section should be maybe shorter, maybe 4 days, 5. So the whole thing should hopefully take less than a month. And we are about 30% of the way into it, maybe 25. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for following along, you guys.